Hey Plant Pals, Mike the Candy Gardener, and today's video is an update on what I'm growing inside. It's been a week since I did my last update, and some things have been happening. So you can see here, the Murasaki purple pepper has, this one's already getting its true leaves. It started off this purple, so I was like, oh, that's really pretty. Now it's starting to get some green leaves, and some like little baby inner leaves. I forgot what those are called, but yeah, it's pretty cool. We got some more back here. That one just came up today. And this one came up today. And let's see, this one came up about 2 days ago. So see, as you can see, it starts off like this, all purple, and then it turns into that, which is pretty awesome. So I planted I planted 8 seeds, and of the 8 so far, we've got 5 germinated. So, like I said, it takes a while, and probably the other ones might show up. I've had that happen where in a couple days, all of a sudden, another one will come up, and I'll take it out and I'll put it somewhere else. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Really pretty plant. I'm going to more than likely, because like I always say, don't overcrowd your systems. So I'll probably leave this one where it is, seems how it seems to be happy, and I'll probably put another one either here or in the back there, and then the other 2 I'll either put in a different system or I'll take outside. Probably take them outside. All right, be right back. All right, looking at my squash tower. There's a beautiful male flower, and this one yesterday was exactly like this one. So these only last about a day, and then they start to kind of die off, which is kind of interesting, the cycle of it. Here's the one I managed to get pollinated, and its stem is still green. I'll know when it's ready to be harvested when the stripes close up and the stem gets woody. So that's pretty cool. Just kind of looking around here to see if I see any ladies. This thing was this thing was way up into the light. I had to pull it back down, and it kind of gets mad at me when I do that. Let's see. My wife was the one who always goes like, "Oh, you got one here, one here, one here." I'm always not as eagle-eyed as she is. I took this one. This one kind of broke right here, sadly, because it was way like touching the ceiling. And I don't want that, so I pulled it down and tied it. Hopefully, it'll survive that because it does have girls on it. And see this part right down here. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to train across the wire here. We'll see. Again, this is all an experiment for me. I'm just having fun. I could have swore I saw a bunch of females growing, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, like this flower here will look like this one in a day. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have going on over here? The one lone jalapeno still doing its thing. Might again take this one outside. The fish pepper behind it's not doing much of anything. You can see how it's got this really long stem because it was leggy because it was being pushed out by the other ones. I might just bear it really deep and see what happens. And then of course below, oh, there's my dinosaur, my gnome eating dinosaur buddy. Cracks me up every time I see it. Alright, so this is all Thai basil. And let's see, is there anything happening back here? There were flowers, but I don't know if it's actually growing anything. No, I don't really see anything. Yeah, so let it do its thing. The dill like I say every week, it's kind of like the running theme of the dill is it just I cut it back, harvest it, and it grows right back. Let's see if anything else is going on back there. Well, there's my lemon balm. It did survive being crowded out by these goofy things. I need to put a wire going across to keep it upright instead of falling over. All right, next to it, this was supposed to be, this stupid tomato is dying out, and now I don't know why, because I couldn't figure out what its problem was. It thinks it did its job. This is supposed to be the golden harvest tomato, cherry tomato. This is the heirloom, so this was mislabeled. But the cool thing about it is, I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at it because I've got me one of my favorite tomatoes, which is the heirloom red cherry tomato. So I'm going to harvest that one. Even though this one's a little bit early, so I'm going to harvest it. And then there's another one back there that I'll grab if I can. Silly plant. Yeah, so this is supposed to be, these are supposed to be yellow. These are not yellow. These are cherry tomatoes. Red. Anyway, I'm really not too happy with this unit. I've had much better success growing things in the light is very small. It's very narrow. It's deep, which I like, but I don't think it holds much water. It says it holds 4 quarts, but it really drinks the water up. And then the plants don't even like the light that it provides. They grow outside of it, just to the room light. So I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna get rid of this rack. I'm gonna put a different setup. I'm gonna put the same rack that's here. I'm not gonna put a tower on it yet. I might do that at some point, but I'm going to put a rack here, and because I like the airflow, and I can put multiple units on it. And you can see that the tomatoes growing out here, way out here, and under the light, it's dying. And this is just ambient room light, so it's reaching for room light instead of reaching for, and then all this stuff is dying. So I'm going to cut all these off, propagate them, and put them outside. And I might do the same thing with this pepper because, like I said, I'm getting tons of flowers. There's like 3 peppers growing on it. My wife said she saw. Oh yeah, down there. See, there's one there. But the problem is, like I said, I keep filling this thing, and it drinks all the water up. And I know it's not the plant drinking it up. It just, I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. The next to it. Oops. Hold on one second. I got a table that I set up in the way. Be right back. Here's the pumpkin spice jalapeno plant. It's, doing kind of the same stuff it's been doing. It has been giving me some mutants, which is kind of interesting. They're kind of hard to see, but they're not the normal shape. They're like round, like balls. Keep touching the light. And I said in the past, either it starts producing off of here, next to the wall, or I will try to propagate it for outside and see what it does. Give it room to breathe. Because like I said before, the lemon spice jalapeno and the orange spice jalapeno were very happy to grow in this unit. They never even got halfway up the light, but yet produced far more peppers than this unit here. Here's the in bloom system that I was testing. I guess I'll go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you can get it at a good price, it seems to be a pretty good unit. There, like I said, there's a couple of things that I wish they would alter on it, and they probably will, because usually that's what happens with these companies. They, put a system together, and then people say, that, hey, it'd be much better if the light went lower, and the power cord is a little bit longer. And that's pretty much my only complaints with the system. I like everything else about it. I like the depth of the unit. I like the easy to read meter there. The fill hole could be a little bit bigger, because when you're trying to pour from a wide mouth bottle or whatever, it kind of makes it a pain to get in that little teeny slot there, as you can see, because everything's covering it. With some of my other units, it's usually way off to the side. Uh, you can see this. The 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 basil really took off in this thing. So this thing really loves to grow basil. This might be my basil growing station system because look at this thing. Again, I have to. And I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I forgot to do it because I got to because everything's falling over and covering everything. I got to move some more things out and propagate these and use them for food. So there's the four varieties of basil. So yeah, and then next to it, of course, again, I don't know. I've got so much of this stuff. I don't know if I'll ever need to grow anymore, other than maybe one plant. Probably like one plant, Kratky style or whatever, because it won't be as dense as this. This is my lemon balm. That's still producing. It smells wonderful. I got my sage down here. Again, I need to probably move some of this outside too, because I've got tons and tons of it. So there's sage. This is the parsley, and the parsley's growing, trying to take over everything. So we got sage, parsley, and oregano, which is pretty awesome. All right, be right back. Decided that this caught my eye, so I decided to go over to my experimental shelf. This is my orange hat tomato plant. So I'm gonna harvest these while I see them. Like I said, I like to harvest them when they first blush. I usually let the plant will do its first let a few of them go to full ripe, and then after that, anytime I see blush, I'll take them off and let them ripe off the plant, and that keeps the plant going. So you can see there's more flowers here. This is a determinate variety, which typically means once the plant has done its job producing fruit, it dies, and I don't want that. I want to keep getting more and more tomatoes. So I'm gonna harvest these. I'll be right back. All right, now that I harvested those, there's nothing growing in here. I was gonna put flowers in it, but I decided I'm going to just probably direct sow flowers just to see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Right here is the mighty mini cherry tomato, and we've got little mighty mini cherry tomatoes growing. So it's pretty cool. This is the same plant. I just stuck in a bottle. I need to add some water to it because it's been a little bit. There is my fish pepper that has one flower on it, a little teeny thing. It's kind of funny. On the back there is the mint, as you see growing on the wall. There's my lemon balm again. And again, like I'm move. This is the thyme. I'm gonna probably move these outside. This is the lemon balm tree that's growing in the bottle. And again, I just filled this like a day ago. And it's already drank it up. I got to refill it with fluid. This is, and that's the Kratky method. Is you let it drink the fluid till you let the air roots grow. So I never fill it past this line here, and so these are air roots up here, and the drinking roots are down there, and it'll just do its thing. But if you have a big thing, like if I had a 55-gallon trash can and put one of these plants on there, it would probably grow up to be like a monster, and I would never have to. It would just be for the life of the plant. Once the fluid dried out, I would just harvest the plant. It'd be done. Here's my strawberry. My inside strawberry. I got 9 other plants outside. Here is my. I believe this is a fish pepper. It's got tons of flowers. I don't know if it's got any fruit on it yet. I haven't really checked through it. So yeah, so that's what's going on my experimental shelf. Again, I've been way behind. By now I should have had my 2 big units that have the seed starting trays going, but I'll get to it. Okay, be right back. Oh, well first let me show you. This is the back of my system. Of the so when I talk about that this lipstick pepper is loaded with peppers. It's loaded with peppers. That's the back view that you never get to see. Same thing with the Fresno. See all these Fresnos going back here, the ones you don't really get to see. And I guess I'll show from the other side. Right next to it is the giant fish pepper plant. I mean, so I can reach up. My finger is relatively close to the ceiling, and it's almost touching the ceiling. It's really tall, and that's being chaotic because you shouldn't let it do that. You should keep it kind of contained. But I enjoy it. It's fun for me. It's not hurting anything. Look at that thing. Look at all these flowers. Hopefully, eventually, I'll get a lot of fish peppers off of it. Right now, I've only got 2. So this huge plant with all these flowers so far has only given me 2 peppers. So I can find the one to show. There we go. So there's the fish pepper, and it's starting to turn. So it's going to hopefully get its stripes soon and turn white, like the variegation of the leaves, like that. And I can give it a try. All right. I did move one of the purple basils over here for now. Again, probably move some outside. This thing again has been touching the light. I gotta come through there and really cut all this down. And you can see one pepper back there is starting to ripen. Fresno, this is the Fresno chili pepper. Since I last showed it, look at all these baby peppers. See, that's, I don't even know if this was, so this has come within a week. So that's why I love it, because they just show up. It's starting to lighten up some, so they should be pretty soon turning into their fire engine red color. See, there's one that I showed last week that's showing off. Here's my lemon basil that I literally last night cut this away from the light, and it's up and burning itself on the light. Kind of funny. I also probably might propagate this and move it outside. But what I'm really excited for is my lipstick pepper. As you can kind of got a sneak peek from the back view, she's ripening. So all these peppers are turning ripe. You couldn't see this one from back view, but the other one I can't really show it. On the other side is one that's also ripening. And then these ones here are starting to get a dark color. And then there's like a little, if I can show it, there's a little baby mutant one back there that's red. And so that's probably one that'll be able to harvest right away. Actually, I'm going to pause and look at it, see if I can harvest it. All right, it's not completely, so I didn't see this part right here. It's not fully ripe yet, but it'll still be worthy of tasting. So pretty. But that's this is the little teeny one. We're compared that one to this one. These are huge. This guy's a little baby one, but it'll be fun to give it a taste. So yeah, I'm really excited that these are starting to ripen up, and I'm also, like I said, with some other things, I'm going to start them outside, do side-by-side comparison, and see. All right, and finally, for the inside here, as an update, is the Zimwho unit that's growing the sweet chocolate bell peppers. And there has been some progress on the mutant side. They're growing beautifully mutiny. But on the regular side, you can see we're starting to get a color change. They're starting to get to their chocolate brown stage. So a week ago they weren't. This week they are. So that's how fast things can happen within a week. That one's starting to get its beautiful sweet chocolate bell pepper color. So I'm very excited for that. All right. Be right back. So this is my little mini harvest for the week. I've got a couple of the red heirloom cherry tomatoes. I've got one baby lipstick pepper, and I've got some orange hat tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So that's a pretty cool little inside harvest. I'm kind of excited about it. I harvested probably 30 of them, the orange hats already, and made a salad. It's Meatless Monday. I had my salad with them in it. My wife took a bunch to work for her just to snack on. So yeah, it's really cool. All right, so there you have it. Any comments, questions, leave in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have an awesome day.